Hey guys, welcome back to Math from my desk. Today I will be solving this indefinite integral. So we have the antiderivative of 14x minus 1 all over for x plus 1 times x minus 2 with respect to x. And I'm going to be doing this using a method called partial fractions. So to do that, I'm going to set numerators a and b. And the denominators is going to be these two expressions here in the bottom. So we have 4x plus 1 and we have x minus 2. And something is when you add them here, and this is going to equal 14x minus 1. So to evaluate this, you're going to set a times x minus 2 and b times 4x plus 1. And so you're going to have different b and a values. So to evaluate this, you're going to set each equal to 14x minus 1 separately. So for example, we have a times x minus 2 is equal to 14x minus 1. And we have b times 4x plus 1 is equal to 14x minus 1. So we have x equals 2 here, and then for here we have x equals negative 1/4. You just set this equal to 0 and you solve for x. And so we're going to take this x and plug it into the first expression, and this x here and plug it into the second expression. So let's start with the first expression. We have a times negative 1/4 minus 2 is equal to 14 times negative 1/4 minus 1. So I'm going to solve for the right hand, for the right here first. So I can simplify this to 7 times negative 1/2 minus 1, which is just negative 7/2 minus 1, which is, so we multiply this by 2 and we also multiply this by 2. We are left with negative 9/2. So this is for the right here. And now let's solve for the left. So we have negative 1/4 minus 2. So we're going to go ahead and multiply this by 4 and multiply this by 4. So we get negative 1 minus 8. So we're left with negative 9/4. So I have a times negative 9/4 is equal to negative 9/2. I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal. So I multiply this by negative 4/9. And I also multiply this by negative 4/9. And to evaluate 9/2 times negative 4/9, I'm gonna multiply this by 9, also multiply this by 9, multiply this by 2, and multiply this by 2. So I have with 9 times 9, 81/18 times negative 8/18. So then we simply do, hold on, sorry, you couldn't see that, but this is what I did. So then we do 81 times negative 8, so we're left with negative 648. And then we have 18 times 18, which is 324. So this looks like it's going to be, hold on. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be, sorry, this should be negative. So we have negative 9 times 9. So this ends up being positive. So it looks like it's going to be 2. And this is because 324 times 2, that's just going to be 648. So it's a we solved for, so a is equal to 2. So let me get a new paper here. So we have a a is equal to 2. And now we're going to go ahead and solve for b. So the way I'm going to do that is, you recall we have 2 here, so I'm going to plug in 2. So I have b, so we have 4 times 2, which is 8, plus 1. We have b of b times 9. And we have 14 times 2, which is 28, minus 1 is 27. So we have b9 is equal to 27. We'll just divide both sides by 9. 9 times 2 is 27, so this is going to be 3, so b is equal to 3. So I have my a and b values, so I'm going to plug them back into the fractions. I'm going to go ahead and take the integral. So we have the definite integral of a, which is 2, over 4x plus 1 with respect to x, plus the definite integral, indefinite integral of 3 over x minus 2 with respect to x. So recall from integration techniques that we can take the constant out. So I can take 2 over 4 out. 2 over 4 is just 1/2. So we have 1 over 2 times the definite integral of 1 over 4x plus 1 with respect to x, plus 3 times the indefinite integral of 1 over x minus 2 with respect to x. So now all we do is evaluate. I note that the integral of 1 over x is the natural log of the absolute value of x plus a constant, plus the constant c. So here I'm going to have 1 over 2 times the natural log of the absolute value of 4x plus 1. We have plus c here. And then we have that plus 3 times the natural log of the absolute value of x minus 2 plus c. And I'm just going to add these constants together to make another constant. So we have 1 over 2 times the natural log of the absolute value of 4x plus 1 plus 3 times the natural log of the absolute value of x minus 2. And we have a big plus c at the end. And this is our answer.